Hey guys, what's going on? This is Deep Raj here. Today we'll talk about something really important about a new bike. When you buy a brand new bike, you feel like, rushing through the roads without caring about anything at all. But there is one thing that you have to keep in mind. So when you have a brand new bike, the engine will be a baby engine, and you have to keep that in mind, because if you rev hard, if you go full throttle, it's going to actually harm the engine. So what some bike manufacturers do, they will lock the RPM to a particular range, so that you cannot go above that RPM, and if you cannot go above that RPM, you cannot go very high speed. So we'll talk about Dominar 400 specifically in this video here. I see a lot of people ride Dominar and they have their vlogging channel, but no one actually mentions that, so I thought I'll just make a video about it. There is a thing called braking in period, where the engine opens up, and if you follow it properly, then the bike will be in a better condition. That will give you better mileage, and engine will also last longer. So since I'm in the braking period, so I cannot go above 100 and 104, because I'll show you, if I start going at 104 and above, it's gonna start giving me red light. So once I complete 2000 kilometer, the braking period would be over. Then I can go as far as the bike can go. So as you can see, the red lighting has started already. So I don't want to wreck the engine, so I'm actually following the manual here. The manual says that you have to ride at 83 kilometers per hour once you're between 1000 to 2000 kilometers. Below 1000 you have to ride at 73. You shouldn't go above 73, but I would say you can go up to 80, and once you're above 1000, you can go up to 100, because when you're on a long tour or something, you cannot really ride at 70 or 80, even at 90. 90 is still okay, but sometimes 90 is like too less when you have a road like this. And all the new Dominars, they are coming with this RPM locking. The RPM will be locked at 5000. So as you can see right now, it's at 5. So if I go up a little bit high, it will go up to 5500, but after that it will start giving me red light. So I don't really want to wreck the engine. I was at 1900 kilometer at that point of time. So after that I completed 2000 while coming back, and my RPM got unlocked. So I will show you the next part of the video, where you can see that even if I'm going above 100 and 104 kilometer per hour, the red light is not coming up anymore, and the RPM is going above 5500. So this is a really good thing that Bajaj has done, because a lot of people will say there is nothing called braking in period, just ride it, nothing is going to happen, I have done it to my bike, nothing is going to happen. So you may not feel the difference right away, but in terms of the engine longevity, the engine is not going to last very long. You might have some engine problem, and so yeah, it's a smart move from Bajaj Motors, because if you have any issue with the engine within the braking in period, because the manual clearly says you have to be around 73 km per hour when you're up to 1000 km, and between 1000 to 2000 you have to be about 83 km per hour. But there are some other benefit as well, like if you have a properly broken in engine, then it will give you better mileage, better performance. You don't have to visit the service center too often. So overall you will have a good performing bike. So obviously there is a reason why they have put this in the manual. Otherwise there will be no reason for putting this on the manual. So I would request you all to keep this in mind while you're riding your brand new bike. Now this is specifically for Dominar 400. This should be applicable for other bikes as well, since all the bikes come with new engine, and as I mentioned, new engines are going to be like a baby, so you have to break it in properly, and if you don't, then you may get a poor performance and low mileage, and you'll end up crying about it. So if you find this video useful, then give it a thumbs up, and do subscribe to the channel. I'll post more useful videos like this. Well, now let's check how it is after I completed my 2000 kilometer. Okay, unfortunately the flyover is gonna be over. I'm gonna get into the city now, so I won't be able to speed up much. Okay, since I have crossed the 2000 kilometer limitation, so the speed on first gear and second gear and all the other gears have increased. Also the exhaust sound has kind of become more loud. So earlier when I showed you, I was getting the red light around 100 and 104 kilometer per hour. So I was at sixth gear, but yet it would not go above 5500 rpm and 104 kilometer per hour speed. So now even the first gear, second gear, third gear, all the other gears are opened up, and the exhaust note has become louder. If you once you cross the 6000 rpm, here you will get to see the rpm going above 5500. I could go above 104, 105 kilometer per hour without getting any red light. So now the engine has been completely broken in properly, and you can go as far as the bike can go. So it's a small request to you all, if you're gonna spend your hard-earned money, so follow the manual, check the speed limitation. If there is no limitation mentioned, talk to the service center, because every bike should have a braking in period. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel as well. That really motivates me. And if you have any questions about the Dominar 400, or if you have any other queries about the braking in period and the limitation and all that, let me know in the comment sections. I'll try to answer them for you. Once again, thanks for watching, and you all have a good day ahead. Cheers.